I agree that they did store exhibits before.
Yes.
And with that as well, you would still maintain that that's what they didn't have.
Yes.
Okay. Can we then turn to...
Let me ask a question about this. Can you just explain to me, and it may well be it's a function of process, of your processes. You say in your statement that that Perumal said he doesn't have
Yes.
evidence bags.
Yes.
And then, but you still go to the charge office to ask. If Perumal says to you, I don't have evidence bags, surely he speaks for the station. Why would you need still to go to the charge office to ask for? Because you've got the evidence, what do they call it? Exhibit clerk says we don't have this size, and I'm prepared to accept for my engagement with you that it was a size issue, right? We're dealing with size. When if Perumal did say I don't have, it would have been him talking about size. I'm prepared to accept that. But you have been told by the exhibit clerk that there are no bags according to you.
Yes.
Why are you still going to the charge office?
Yeah, it happens, Chair, that when you engage the SAP 13 officer, he might not have bags, but when you go to the charge office, like in Durban Central, you'll get bags. It might also happen when you engage the CSC members to say, give us bags, they don't have, but when you get to the SAP 13, you'll find bags. So I was just doing as requested to try and go and check at the church office.
So the evidence, the exhibit clerk retains evidence bags?
Not necessarily.
No, what do you mean not necessarily? I mean, sorry, I ask from not fully, not even fully, not knowing what in fact, apart from making sure the exhibits are there, they are properly registered, and making sure they are safe. I don't know that the exhibit clerk keeps empty exhibit bags. That's why I'm asking you this question.
That is why, Chair, I'm saying it differs. At some police stations, you'll get forensic bag from the exhibit clerks. At some police stations, you'll get bags from the members, operational members, and detective. Everybody who uses bags in his daily duties might keep the bags.
So when Perumal says, I don't have bags, you didn't think he speaks for the station? You thought he's speaking for himself?
I thought he was speaking for himself, and I was also requested by Mpangase to go and check the bags at the CSC. That's why I went.
Okay. And when you don't get them at CSC, because you've now been tasked
yes.
with finding exhibit bags, when you don't get them, why do you not suggest, let's phone other police stations to bring them here, to try and source them so that they can bring them here? Because as you said previously when you were talking about Perumal, you said as an experienced SAP 13 clerk, he would know that to accept the exhibits into his SAP 13, they must be in evidence bags. Why did you not, as the person now tasked to find bags, why did you not say, I am phoning other stations. I don't have them from charge office. I'm phoning other stations to try and find them.
I could see that Warren Sampangase has started completing the register, the SAP 13 now. So there was no need for me to even think of trying to source for the exhibit bag, because he had already started entering the exhibit in the SAP 13.
And that's why you didn't make the suggestion.
That is why I did not make the suggestion.
But you knew and understood that what was going on was wrong at that point. Please don't say no. I will not accept it as a truthful answer. Don't say no.
But Chairperson, if the custodian of the register is accepting that the drugs must be booked in without forensic bags, who am I to dispute that?
I'm not asking about the register. I'm asking you, as a police officer, who knows about crime scenes, you told chairperson previously, who has criticized Perumal in your discussion that he's a seasoned SAP clerk, why would he accept without evidence bags, right? I'm asking you on that basis that you, today Colonel Sibia, then warrant officer, you were warrant officer then, you knew as you stood there without evidence bags, you've been to the charge office, there are no evidence bags, you see warrant officer Mpangase completing the SAP 13 without these exhibits being put in evidence bags. I'm asking you, you knew as you looked at this that this is wrong. That's not how we are supposed to do it.
Chair, my senior was completing the SAP 13.
You thought there was nothing wrong with what your
I'm
senior was doing?
responding, Chair.
No, I don't know. We don't have all the time for you to go around in circles instead of answering a direct question. You started off earlier saying my senior, so I've heard you on that, and I've said, no, I'm not asking you about what your senior was doing. I'm asking you about what you thought of that. You've told us what your senior was doing, according to you. So accept that I accept that it was happening. What you're saying was happening at the time. Work on the basis that I accept the truthfulness of you saying that your senior went ahead and completed these things without evidence bags. I'm asking you a different question. As he was doing that, you knew that is contrary to national instructions. It is wrong what he is doing at that time. It's a yes or no answer. He may have an explanation why he was doing it. You may have an explanation why you didn't say anything to him. You have an explanation why you didn't call other stations to get those bags. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in, as you look at it, as it's happening, you knew what he's doing is wrong. Not what you are doing, but what your superior is doing is wrong.
Yes, Chair.
It's against what the books say we should do. You knew that. Okay, thank you.
But if I may add also,
Yes,
Chair,
yes, you may.
sometimes operationally you have to make decisions that are contrary to the national instruction. If the attempt failed to try and secure the forensic bags, then the next best thing is to book them in as they are.
You accept, as I think you must, that you cannot say there was a failure to obtain because you didn't call other stations. And I'm not blaming you. I'm not putting it to blame you. I'm saying you are at Isipingo, you know what the rules say. None of you said, let's call the other stations and then say, oh, we've tried. Nobody has it, then we have to do it the Mpangase way, right? You accept that?
I accept it.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a yes or no answer? Is it fair to say that this whole problem that arose at Ispingo was because LCRC was not called to the scene to begin with?
Yes, it is fair.
Thank you.
How much longer do you think you are going to be, Mrs. Kakane? I'm asking because we have other important commission-related engagements, but I'm not unduly pressuring you. I just want to find out. And of course, if there's stuff that you think you can skip, then maybe you could consider that. But as I say, I'm not unduly pressurizing you.
Would 4 be a terrible time? Or
Yes, it's only 30 minutes, yes.
I will. That's my time.
Thank you.
I'll try to go through some of the issues. If you go, I think I wanted to take you to page 653. That is exhibit CJC 244.
653.
I just want to tie up the issue of the exhibit bags. And at least,
653.
yes, that's the, if you go, maybe just to start, at 652, it will tell you it's an affidavit or statement by Warrant Officer Perumal, handwritten, right? At 653, he indicates that Lieutenant Colonel Jacob did not ask for forensic bags, right? I'm trying to make up the handwriting. Did not ask for forensic bags to package these exhibits. He only told me that they are waiting for his commander to arrive. I went back to my office and continued with my duties. And then what is important for your purposes is that he says we had the forensic bags at the station that could have been used to package those exhibits if Lieutenant Colonel Jacob requested them from me. Now, what would be your comment to that version?
I think that Perumal, knowing the national instruction and as a custodian of the SCP-13, allowing exhibit to be booked in without forensic bags, then there is something that is not right there. Bags.
Okay. Then there's two questions that I have, then we can move over from this issue. One is, the assumption is that he refuses, or he says there's no space, right? Now, was that taken up with someone higher at the station?
No, I didn't take it up with anybody high.
Okay.
Please speak up.
I
Colonel.
did not take it higher with anybody, but I don't know, maybe the Colonel Jacob maybe engaged somebody, I don't know, I wouldn't know.
Oh, so, sorry, you said,
Is anybody higher than Perumal?
Okay.
But I did not engage anybody.
okay. But would you accept that if Warrant Officer Perumal either refused to keep the exhibits or otherwise not complied, that would have been in breach of the national instruction?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the likelihood, I think, if there was this, I think we can conclude that all of these were anomalies in a sense, because they are non-compliant. So there would be significant point. One, the very police station where these exhibits must be stored, for one reason or the other, can't store them. Then the second point is they don't have exhibit bags, meaning a very important thing, according to the national instructions, two things can't happen, right? So would it not be prudent for that to be at least recorded somewhere?
It should have been recorded on the inquiry.
Okay. And just to confirm this, if you go to CJC 268,
File number?
file 3, apologies. Starting at page 800.
6 to 8. I'm there, Chair.
Okay. Okay, so this is, as you see, at page 800 is the investigation diary, right?
Yes.
Now, the investigator started investigating people was Jacob, Mpangas, and Jacob. Oh, sorry, Mpangas and Jacob.
But for me, I think, Chair, it is unfair to be given this inquiry because I was not the investigating officer. The two people that should explain the issue of the entries made here in the inquiry are Jacobs and Pangas. So for me, I played no role. There's not even a dot that I put in this inquiry. So I think, Chair.
So I think,
Maybe wait for the question first. Let hear first what he's asking. I agree with you. You'll be surprised that it would be unfair to ask you to explain anything in the diary. So maybe let's wait for the question and see what you're being asked.
Thank you, Chair.
thank you, and I don't mean to say he completed anything of the sort or to explain, and if he can't comment, that's fair enough. But the point I was making earlier on was that given these two serious breaches or anomalies that would have justified, in the ordinary sense,
Yes.
deviation from the national instruction processes, what you don't have in the investigation diary is anything that talks to that, right? And obviously you didn't complete it.
It shouldn't be. It should have been there.
Yes, that's the point I was just trying to check.
Yeah,
Yes.
It should have been there.
It should have been completed in the normal
Yes.
sense. Okay, that's the point I was making through. Thank you.
It wasn't directed at you so much. It was to give assurance to the witness.
No, sure. Thank you. Then I'll move over with speed as well on the issue of, so you count the exhibits, right? And obviously I'm not going to settle you with weighing and averaging the cocaine and all of this. It's not your area. But I want us to then just briefly talk about the decision to move to Potchefstroom.
Yes.
Right? Now, if I understood you, right, you were not involved in that decision.
I was not involved at all.
All right. And were you familiar with the offices and storage space in Potchefstroom?
I didn't even know that there is a storage place in Potchefstroom. It was the first time hearing it, that there's a walk-in safe in Potchefstroom.
Okay. So you, what did you assume? Did you assume it's it was offices? That's how your understanding was, that the exhibits were being taken to the offices.
Colonel Jacob indicated that Brigadier News was said the exhibit will be taken to Potchefstroom in a walk-in safe. Yeah.
And obviously, they are not in sealed bags at this point.
Yes.
They are still in those
Canvas bags.
canvas bags, right? So you took no issue with that. So I'm saying you took no issue with that. It's your boss or your commander that says these must be transported to Potchefstroom.
Yes.
All right. And in your mind, did you not also, there's an issue about whether they are nearer police stations and all of these things. Did you have that in your mind, that maybe Potchefstroom is far, maybe we can consider other spaces? Were you part of that discussion?
No, I was not part of that discussion. It never crossed my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you then go to, I'll take you to your paragraph 14. I'll skip this.
Yes.
what I'm interested in
Yes.
is you say when you, and I think it's common cause that then Warrant Officer Pangase took charge as Colonel Jacob left.
Yes, he's my senior. He was an investigating officer, and Kenneth Jacob handed over to him.
Okay, so he's now in charge, but he's still your senior.
Yes,
And then you travel with him in the car.
yes, I was,
Is the two of you?
yes,
Okay.
from Ispingo.
From Ispingo, yes.
Yes,
And
not
Being
the
the-
two of us. One of the guys from the trekking team also jumped in with us.
and who's that?
I'm forgetting the surname, but I can try and get it for you.
Okay, sure. Then in this discussion, now he's in charge. It's the whole thing I wanted to establish. Does he then brief you about the discussions, about why the exhibit are being stored there and all of this? What's the discussion around that? That's
Remember-
new, sir. I mean, Pangase.
Remember that before Kenneth Jacob departed,
Yes.
he told us that Brigadier Nyusa said the exhibit will be taken to Poshepstein for storage, the inner walking safe. Then I knew what's going to happen. Then when Pangase now was in charge, we waited for the escort. As soon as the escort arrived, Pangase briefed the escort to say that we've got drugs here, we need to load them in the vehicles, and we are escorting them to Poshepstein.
Okay. And the time between Ispingo and the departing, how long was that?
The time between Isipingo,
Yeah, now you're finishing and now you're leaving, and sorry, now you're departing to. Okay, maybe let me ask it differently. I know when you arrived there, what time did you leave to Poshepstein?
I'm not sure, Chair. I'll be lying if I say I still
Before
remember
lunch,
the time.
after lunch,
It was after lunch.
after 2?
Yes, after 2.
It was after 2. Okay, all right. And the decision itself was taken before you, around what time?
I don't remember.
You don't recall?
I don't
Okay,
remember.
that's fine. Then you arrive at